Have you ever been offended by someone? Have you ever offended someone? Connections are critical for good health, well-being, and longevity. But how do you negotiate the messiness that happens between friends and family and coworkers? Today, we're going to talk about 3 principles that are going to help you navigate when there is incompatibility. Let's get started. I'm Lori Friesen with Living Well up here. Surprise! Not everybody thinks like you. Now, oftentimes in my work, I'll have couples come and they'll say, we just aren't communicating well. And a lot of times what that means is, I don't understand why the other person doesn't see it like I do. So I think I learned this first principle when I was about 8 years old. So one of my very first friends, Chris, was coming over to my house. And so I thought I would play hostess and offer her ice cream. Now, it doesn't get much better than ice cream, right? So as the guest of honor, I was going to allow her and offer her to eat out of the carton. And, the reason I thought that was such an honor was because in my family, my dad always got to eat out of the carton and none of the rest of us got to. So I offered her the carton, and in fact, I insisted that she eat the ice cream out of the carton. And she just didn't see it the same way I did, and she got upset, started crying, and ran home. So I think one of the first principles I learned, my mom always taught me that, treat others how you would like to be treated. But in this lesson, I really learned that you need to try to seek to understand the other person's point of view. And when possible, try to accommodate. Now, the second principle I learned when I was about in my young adulthood. So I was, total hippie growing up. And so my thing was I was very laissez-faire about time. So we had some really good friends, Ron and Betty. And, we had our first children together, kind of growing up together. We had a lot in common. We were really good friends. But one day, Ron and Betty asked us to come over, and Ron initiated a really hard conversation. He said, Lori, if we're going to be friends, and you say you're going to show up at a certain time, and you don't, I feel really disrespected. And if we're going to be friends, then I need you to show up on time. So, that was really a wake-up call. I really appreciated that Ron made the effort to have a hard conversation with us. Because if he hadn't, a lot of times when we're upset with someone and we just hold it in, we build up resentments or we just pull away and then the friendship is lost. And so because of that hard conversation, I feel like we were able to maintain our friendship, and we've been friends for 46 years now. It's been really a blessing. So love is having a hard conversation. And when things are necessary and it's true and you could say it with respect, you need to bring that hard conversation to the people you care about. Now, on the flip side, love is having hard conversations. Principle number 3 is, how do you hear these hard conversations? I mean, a lot of times when people are going to bring a complaint to us, our fight or flight response kicks in, our heart starts racing, we might start sweating, it's hard to think. So really practicing being able to hear complaints is an important part of maintaining healthy relationships. So I would like to suggest that when someone brings a complaint, that you really lean in and try to understand their viewpoint versus, I'm building my case to rebut why they're talking, so I can't really hear what they're saying. Now, I'm not talking about certain situations. I think if you're in a situation where someone, you need to ask yourself this question: is this person trying to resolve something between us? Or is this person just trying to shame or bully me? So if you're in a situation where someone comes to you and you don't feel safe physically, or you feel like they're just trying to bully you, then that's the time that you just need to exit and then try to set your boundaries and resume the conversation later. So as you're practicing listening, it's really important, if you can stay calm, it really helps the whole conversation stay more calm. So I hope you found these 3 principles helpful. One is try to understand the other person's perception and perspective and make accommodations when possible. Love is having a hard conversation. That means when it's necessary and true and you can say it with respect, you actually address problems with people you care about. And number 3 is that you practice listening when someone has a complaint toward you, so that you could truly understand that person and so that you can find a way to come together. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe or like below or make a comment. And until the next time, my friends, be well. Bye.